Well, guys, this is actually day 5 of my Kentucky hunt. I've been sitting in the tree stand for quite a while, hugging a tree 10 foot high before daylight. 2 does walking underneath me. One, I think, was actually sniffing my bow. I could barely even see the shadows of them and tell that they were actually does. I got down out of my stand after it broke day. I was going to relocate to a pinch point where all these deer were moving. And these raccoons obviously doesn't look like they've ever seen a human being before. They're wondering, who in the world are you? What are you doing here? Talk about curiosity. These little critters practically followed me all the way to the tree. I thought they were going to climb the tree with me. Later that morning, some does started moving in, and these blackbirds you hear in the background come through quite often. They make a lot of racket, and it doesn't even faze these deer. I guess they're used to it. I saw this happen once before in Alabama, and the deer there were running from one hill to the other, back and forth, just freaking out with all the noise from the blackbirds. Apparently trying to get away from the noise that they couldn't obviously get away from. But these deer, they have a different nerve mentality. They just completely ignore the blackbirds and all the other noises, farm beating stuff going on around in the area, loud trucks. As I come down out of my stand for that morning hunt, I thought I'd video a few of these rubs that this 140 class plus deer is laying. This is the same area that Mike Minton was in between 2 soybean fields. He actually passed on a 140 class deer. I did get a glimpse of the deer with my binos, but I wasn't able to get him on film. He's a whopper. You can see the soybean field. This is our afternoon hunt.
He dropped me off at my blind, and he's on his way over to that corner. We'll let him get a little ways and then we'll pick back up. Don's almost to his spot. There's something walking behind me.
After getting set up in the stand, my buddy Rick set up in a ground blind with a camera in hand on the opposite side of this soybean field. He has high hopes of being able to video me shooting a deer. This same 8-point that I'd passed on before comes out into the field, walks away from me. Rick picks him up on the other side with a little different view. I think right here he actually spots the blind, doesn't care. This is Rick's view. He got pretty excited being able to film a nice rack buck with his camcorder. Did a pretty good job. This buck pretty much walked all the way the full length of this field. Hung around quite a while on the other end of the field. Then the does started filing in a little bit later. He's gonna be a good one one day. We had a few does come in after that buck went to the far end of the field, and I hung around a little while. Rick sat on the other side of a little finger of woods and actually couldn't get a view on these does. I'm zooming in pretty tight on them. They're pretty far away. This one's come out of a little finger where that 8-point came out of the other day, which was probably 200 yards away from each other. You just never know which point they're going to come out. I just set up according to the wind direction, so sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mike Minton's trophy room. Quite a few impressive rack bucks here on this wall. Thought I'd video just a little feature of it for you. Mike was generous enough to invite us over for dinner one night. Fixed us some fresh fillets of crappie with all the fixings. Fantastic meal. Thank you, Mike. While I'm trying to video his wall, he's wanting to show me pictures of other deer he's got on his hit list. The man never quits hunting, kind of like me.
I just want to let y'all know that. All right.
This deer right here, a buddy of mine tell me I need to go ahead and kill him.
Yeah.
This one right here.
Well, I'd shoot him. It don't take that much to make me happy.
This one here, I want him to grow another year.
It's crazy. Mike Mitten's room.